Hey guys, my name is Brian and I just want to show you guys my laser comb that I got. I noticed I was going bald probably about 6 weeks ago, 5 to 6 weeks ago, and nobody wants to go bald, especially when they're in their 20s. So one of the things I noticed some diffusing when I cut my hair shorter, I can see that this right here is thicker than this. And I noticed when I was looking at the side of the mirror, I was kind of seeing more scalp. I kept looking at my hair, and it just really seemed like up here around the top, and then this, it was really getting thinner. The hairs didn't seem to be as strong as what I'm seeing at the sides and the back. So I took action right away. I did my research and everything, and there's a lot of strong evidence that shows that this HairMax LaserComb actually has a lot of benefits and can make your hair a lot healthier and kind of rejuvenate what you have. So, if you think you're going thin and everything, you need to hit it. You need to hit it right away because, I mean, if you get to a point where your head is like totally slick, forget it. Like you're gonna have to do hair transplant where you're taking it from the back, you're putting it up here. So you want to at least keep what you got. When my hair is longer, I didn't even notice. So, but now that it's shorter and everything, kind of keep tabs on it and stuff. So, anyway, it comes in this box, and this particular model, there's like 3 different models of it, and this is the Professional 12, and it's actually the most expensive model, retailing around $500. And they're basically claiming that there's 93% of participants in clinical studies experience hair growth. So sounds pretty good. There's been some kind of independent studies on this. This thing has a 2-year warranty. So some people say, well, that's a lot of money. It's $500. Well, okay, if you're using, let's say, Rogaine or Propecia or anything else, different shampoos and stuff, over time, you may be spending less per month, but over time, you're going to end up spending that probably in a half a year. So this is one potential solution. And with the 2-year warranty and everything, you kind of have some backing there in case it breaks. So this is the charging cradle it comes with. If it's red, it's not fully charged, but this has partial charge, so we're able to go ahead and turn it on. You just hold this bottom button, and then it's got this little panel, shows that it's working. Then you just hit the top button, and basically it goes and it beeps like that to tell you to move it when it's in your hair. So like when I'm using it, I just start out, and then every time it beeps, I just move it a tiny bit. My hair's short, so it's able to hit my scalp pretty easy, and really kind of get the benefit of increasing circulation and those types of things to your hair follicle. So, Dateline, they did, you can't say it's like an official study, but they had one guy that used Propecia, one guy that used Rogaine, one guy who used the laser comb, one guy who got a hair transplant, and one guy who used a natural formula out of Finland. And, there were good results and everything, but the laser comb really showed a lot of positive results. And he was using it, I think, for 8 months to a year. So you got to give it time. You wouldn't expect if you went out and broke your ribs or something that in 2 days you're going to be fine. Your body takes time to heal. So with hair loss, our bodies have pretty much, our hair follicles have been under attack from DHT. So, if you've done some studies and stuff, like if you've done a little bit of research, then you've probably seen that and familiar with that. So the DHT is just constantly attacking your hair follicles and everything, and it'll eventually kill them. So if you have a history of hair loss, which my family has a history of it. My grandpa, he said that when he turned 29, he started losing his hair, and within a year he was completely bald. So I don't want that to happen to me. So once I saw this, I kind of jumped into action, and didn't hesitate too much, even though you could say this is expensive, it's $500, but you know what, like, that's really not that much when you're considering that you can end up looking 15 years older, in a matter of 1 year if you end up losing all your hair. So, I don't know. I mean, As far as right now goes, it's too early. I mean, I could, you know, if I was sat there and looked real carefully, I could maybe say, you know, I'm seeing some positive results, but it's really hard to tell. The only way I'm going to be able to tell is, you know, I've taken specific pictures. Even I took my hair down to a zero guard. I took the trimmers, didn't have a guard on it, took it all the way down, took pictures so I can see like how far away each of the hairs are and see what everything looks like. Um, I don't know about you, but I get sick of those before and after pictures where they have a before picture and then it's like, okay, the guy's going bald, and then they have an after picture, but then his hair is like an inch longer than it was. And then you're like, well, I don't know if it's just because his hair has just gotten longer. So, no, I mean, this is, you know, with this particular model, you're talking 8 minutes worth of time that you're gonna be doing this 3 times a week basically, and you space it out. Like let's say you do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So not too much time involvement with like you know doing this treatment, and you know there's been some really positive results that I've seen online, and it's definitely you know something that I wouldn't hesitate if I were you and you're in my situation. You don't want to go bald and you're in your 20s, 30s, wherever. If you're in your 40s, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't want to go bald. Like, it's going to make you look older. So, I'll keep you guys updated, but I just wanted to make a quick video about this because a lot of people have been asking about it and stuff like that. So, kind of seems a little bit space age, but there's a lot of evidence that laser therapy can cut down on inflammation, even in sports injuries and stuff like that. So to me, the science behind it, which I'm not going to get completely into, makes sense, and we'll see what happens. So keep you posted.